Alrighty then. Welcome to the Active Podcast number 2. We're going to start by introducing ourselves. No, I'm joking. We're going to start by doing a little bit of a recap on Dubai because we've just come back from there. So I'll start with Nyla. How was your experience in Dubai?
Loved it. It was really different to the last time that we went because obviously the first time was just a holiday experience, staying in a super nice hotel and, you know, just living it up. But this time it was like very work orientated and organised, and I enjoyed it just as much, if not more, because I just felt I like feeling productive. And obviously it was the first time the three of us have been away together, so it was a bonding experience. Just nice sort of like smashing goals and I mean, next time we definitely need to spend longer there.
Oh, yeah, 100% we do.
Yeah, how about you, Sam? It's your
Mega.
first time, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good. It's like the perfect environment.
You've
for what
already
we're
booked it
doing
again, haven't you?
Yeah, going in 3 o'clock today. No, it's like the perfect environment for what we're doing it. And like you said, obviously we spent quite a lot of time together, but I'd not spent loads of time sort of with you, especially like one-on-one, and obviously we did. So I feel that's definitely been beneficial anyway.
Yeah, definitely. And
Really
like, because it's like set up for fitness
built for it,
people,
isn't it?
you're just spoilt for choice, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like the gyms are incredible. Obviously, we all did the podcast there. Just people are super nice and friendly, clean food, the weather.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was hard coming back, wasn't it? And coming back to this weather here. But just super grateful. How about you?
Yeah, it was a lot different than any other time I've went. A lot more
Your
fresher
third
anyway.
time.
Yeah, my third time there. Obviously, the first time was with you on holiday then.
Yeah.
I'd done 2 months dinner. When was that? 2 years ago. So that was obviously some work, but a lot of obviously messing about and just like being reckless. But then this time was a lot more switched on, so it was good. I'd say, I can't wait to get back there, really.
Yeah, definitely.
To be honest. Yeah, it was a good experience, and I feel like we've got a lot more to do as well. So like the gyms, we missed out on a lot of gyms really, didn't we? So
Yeah,
it was
100%.
one of them, and that was a good highlight. I did go Bernous a lot of the times, the other times, but I think that TK MMA was...
That was my favourite.
I like the
trained
outside
at.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like when you go abroad, you want to experience something like outdoor training because it's so, like, such a novelty for us.
I've never trained in an outside gym ever. That was the
Have you
first
not?
time, no. That was the first time.
The next goal for me is to actually do the proper, like, old school training outside, you know, like with, like, wooden dumbbells
Yeah.
and
Oh,
rocks
yeah.
in nets
Well, we'll
and
have to
things
go
like
Bali
that
next
to
for
do
the
the
next
lat pull
visit.
down.
We'll
Yeah.
go straight from Dubai to there, can't we?
Yeah, go Bali and then we'll get on the bamboo sessions.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
well good. Or Thailand or something.
Yeah, on the beach. So, yeah, that's definitely the next goal.
So touching on goals then, what would you say... We can have a little recap on your biggest wins this year.
Yeah.
We can start with that. I'm always looking at
Yeah,
that.
just go now.
So we'll go in that circle, but we'll start on your biggest wins this year. So obviously we'll start with them and then transition into some things what you feel like you can work on or you've overcome, and then your big like goals for next year. What are they?
So the wins so far this year have been fantastic. Like for me, it was overcoming my fear of public speaking, and there's always going to be a fear there because I'm always going to be stepping outside my comfort zone. It doesn't come natural to me. But the fact that we've done 2 massive live events, I've actually taken it head on, survived the experience, thrived from it afterwards, and like wanted to better myself and do it again. So I'd say that was just a complete surprise to me. Also transitioning from my corporate job to doing coaching full time has been a massive win. It was just a dream before and now it's a reality and I'm in my stride with that. I've just bought my dream car. So that was a personal goal that again thought was really out of my reach, but it was on my vision board and I'm just super grateful for that. I'm buzzing because it's really fresh. It's only like
nice.
2 days old.
Wow.
There's been loads of wins. Obviously growing the female team, you know, growing the brand and you coming on board. So there's just been like win after win after win. What could I improve on? Was that the next question?
The next one, yeah.
Definitely, I want to keep learning and growing, and I feel like there is no finish line, but I definitely want to sort of like get my teeth stuck into something in terms of like developing my education
like a
side
course
of
or
things.
something.
Yes, exactly. So get deeper into like hormone health, something like that. So that is on the agenda. I definitely want to get better at organising my time as well, because
That's
I
one
have
thing you do need to
days
do.
where I feel like I'm smashing it, and then days where I just feel complete overwhelm. Like yesterday, if something crops up, like a few things crop up and throw my schedule out, I kind of struggle to cope with that because it's distracting me from my work tasks. But it is what it is. I feel like everybody battles with that from time to time, but definitely to become more productive with my time. And what was the next question after that?
What big goals would you want to? What are you going to smash next year?
What I'm going to smash.
What's next for you?
Well, apart from the education side, I want to feel like pushing myself continuously. Definitely with the public speaking. I know we've all got a goal to do a bigger live event.
500 people.
Yeah, that I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna shit myself. But
bring
that
some
is
diapers.
But I'm just enjoying this journey that I'm on. I don't feel like I've got to set any like big targets, because I know it's going to evolve. I know it's just constantly going to evolve and get bigger and bigger. So right at the minute, I haven't got anything set in stone apart from, you know, like wanting to educate myself better and get better at the public speaking.
So basically what you're saying is everything, what you're doing now is working. And you just want to do more of that.
And
yeah, that's similar to me.
do more of that. In terms of like having a physique goal, I'm thinking of doing my first bodybuilding show.
In September,
I'm not sure what category I fit in. That's the
Disabled.
only thing. That's the only thing that's holding me back, because I'm not sure. Once I get that locked down, then I think it'll make my vision clear.
100%.
So yeah, I need to sort that in the new year and work towards that goal. It's like an itch I've got to scratch, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then continue to travel, see new countries that I've not seen before, and continue renovating my house.
Yep.
So yeah, just everything feels good and positive.
Yeah, that's good. What about you, Sam?
Got some massive wins this year. So obviously going self-employed with my own business, that was a big jump.
Yeah.
Then joining this team, which was an even bigger, better jump. First bodybuilding show win, which was good. Got married.
Wow.
Don't forget that one.
That's a massive goal for
I was in the back of my head thinking,
Yeah.
that was a big one. It's just been mental this year. Like, it just feels like it's win after win after win after win.
Yeah.
It's been really good.
Where are you looking to sort of take the bodybuilding?
Definitely professional, 100%.
And
if it's
in terms of predictions, when do you think you're going to do it?
within the next 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
So I think this year is going to be more experience than anything. So try and get as many shows as I can in under my belt. Even do some like abroad maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
that'd be good.
Yeah.
I'm defo doing one abroad.
So within the next 2 years for defo. So I've added obviously a lot of size since I last competed, and I never really took the bodybuilding side serious. It was always more weight training with the fitness
And
stuff.
overtraining, wasn't it?
Oh, massively overtraining.
And you didn't even realise, did you?
No, massively overtraining. Probably diet was good, but not really suited for what I should be doing. But then like obviously when I competed, got down to 208, then I got up to 260.
Yeah.
So obviously I've added quite a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
I just think if we're going to compete like September next year, I've got nearly a full of a year.
£300.
So yeah. So
Man mountain.
There's a fat lid at the back.
so definitely within the next 2 years, but I think this next year will be more of just getting loads of shows. Big thing for me is work on the posing. So that's something I know I'm going to work on massively over the next year.
Yeah.
Definitely.
In terms of like things what you can improve on, I don't mean physique wise, but everything, what do you feel like you can improve on this year to get you better?
Some things, especially like you with the education side, definitely want to further my education. Not necessarily into like the hormones and stuff, but maybe just little different other things. So even maybe more like the biohacking route of how people can elongate the life and live healthy. Obviously, it's great being fit and healthy, strong, etc. But if there's little tips and tricks you can do to make your quality of life better,
gut health and stuff, and brain function and everything.
I feel like it's all interlinked.
Yeah,
yeah, 100%. I've been looking at some like biohacking courses that you can do online and stuff, and I've had a look at them. So I'm definitely going to be doing something like that anyway. I feel like that'd be really beneficial.
Yeah.
What about like, sort of next year? What's like, say, 3 big goals? What you want to 100% achieve? What you're going to achieve? Actually?
So next year I'm going to win at least 3 shows.
Yeah.
And I want at least 1 overall in
Yeah.
a show. Definitely. What a sword.
Yeah,
Sick of everyone else getting
because
sorted.
you're going to get a client on the call, weren't you? But he's watching me pass it, someone else like, that could have been me.
That's my name on the back. So yeah, that's definitely at least 2 goals there. At least three wins. Definitely want 1 overall. Pass some kind of qualification if that's like a biohacking course or something else. Definitely want to get one of them under my belt. And then just keep growing a business, get to a certain amount of clients, and definitely just overall improve as a coach. I feel like I've improved loads since working with you two, especially.
You both improved massively.
Yeah.
But I know there's a lot more to it as well. So I know I can get even better, and the better
well,
we
the
get,
thing
the better
is,
everyone
no
else gets.
2 days are the same, and every client is so unique and individual. So we're learning continuously.
Experience is one of the biggest things, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like, you can learn
definitely.
as much, but if you don't actually have to practice it, you're not.
Yeah, it's not stuff that you can learn from a textbook. It's from experience, for sure. How about you? What are your goals? What are your wins this
innit?
year? First?
Wins. So that mindset and motivation live event when we got 100 people, that was one of the biggest achievements this year because manifested that. Dorian Yates training with one of my idols. That was really good because every single thing what I visualised, like it happened. So that was pretty crazy. Getting over 100 clients, that was a big goal. What I thought, it'll be a good goal. That like at the start here, I thought, it's a good goal. That, but I don't know when I'm going to get it. But then obviously when I changed my vision board and then it's happening, it's like well over that now.
Yeah.
That was a good achievement. Just obviously just being switched on and cutting down the alcohol as well. That's a big achievement. Like each year, I feel like I'm getting a lot better and stuff, and
100%.
a lot more focused, and it shows. With the results, it shows with the results because a lot of people, when they get stuck in a rut and stuck going around in circles, often you blame others. It's like when you get a client when they're stuck in the mix, blame others, but really, you want to hold the mirror up and reflect upon yourself, and that's really when you change because it'll be something what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
And I've not really, done a magical course or anything what's made us triple the income in the last 4 months. It's because obviously you're more switched on, and like I was saying about that Bob Proctor thing, 3 things to improve you, make you more successful. You've got 3 factors. You've got obviously number 1 is how valuable you are. Number 2 is how consistent you are. And then number 3 is, what's the other one now?
How much you're needed, service, how much you're needed.
It's how much, number 1, how much you're valued. Number 2 is who you are. And then number 3 is how consistent you are. And he said, which is the most important one? And the most important one is how consistent you are, because that makes both of them other ones 10 times better. But a lot of people, when I was first listening to him, I would say how valued you are, because if you think you're worth more value, people are going to invest into you more and want to work with you more. But it's not, because if you're not consistent with being valued, you'll go around in circles.
It'll be like 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
And even when you're doing something and people are always watching, like if you're not consistent with your actions, then they'll see that. It's like, if I could think back to when I first started coaching, when I'm taking the clients out for different things, how I was acting, that's why my clients were similar, because I was showing them behaviours and habits what I was doing myself, so they thought it was all right. And now they're acting like we are because they're copying our behaviours and actions.
And also I feel like because we've raised our game, we're attracting people on the same frequency or similar that want to achieve what we've got in terms of mindset and habits, so that frequency is meeting. Whereas before, when you were on a lower vibration, you were meeting lower vibration people as clients.
That's it. It's like the old wives' tale when a girl says, "Oh, you always meet the bad guys." No, you're meeting people who are reflecting you. That's who you're meeting. You're meeting people who you're in that negative state, and you're meeting guys in the same negative state. It's not a coincidence.
It's just about having low standards.
And obviously, it all boils down to you have to work on yourself, and then you move forward. If you want to excel in anything in life, work on yourself first, and then everything else will just fall into place. Often people look for different things in life to make them feel good or pull them forward, but it's not about that. It's about working on yourself. Then you get the things.
100%.
So it's a different thing.
You can apply that to anything, like also, like happiness. People look for external validation for happiness, for materialistic things for happiness, without working on themselves in the inside first. So, fully agree with that. So what's your goals for next year?
Well, Active Physique is going to be a 7-figure business next year. So that's a massive achievement, because I've been saying I'm going to be 7 figures since I was probably about 12 years old. I didn't know I was going to do it. I didn't know why I really wanted to do it, but the whole reason why I want to do it's not because of the 7 figures, even though it's a good achievement, because it's what a lot of people can't do. It's just because I get to impact more people. So it's nice. And then when you're focused on impacting more people, your money's always going up anyway.
Yeah.
But it's when you focus on the money, you don't attract good things because you're not focused on the right thing, what you're actually trying to do. And that's where people stumble. So, yeah, definitely that. So be basically 7-figure business by time I'm 30, which is a massive achievement.
Yeah,
not bad. Other achievements, travel. So like I was always, obviously you've known me for a long time, obviously you've known me for like a year, but I was always doing the same things on repeat, like the same holidays. Like I'd be for, obviously I like Dubai, Marbella, and I was kind of doing the same things in the comfort zone. But now I don't know why over this last like bit of time, like last couple of months, I'm thinking about just trying totally different places because it'll give you a totally different experience. So I want to go like 3 or 4 places next year where I've never been.
Same.
So that's a big goal of mine, really, traveling and just seeing the world and meeting people and networking and just like going, experiencing different things because there's like loads of stuff in the world, isn't there?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like we've never been to Thailand. That's definitely on the bucket list. It's something I've always wanted to do. I'm a little bit anxious about the food, I've got to say.
In Thailand?
Yeah, just because obviously I'm very protein heavy, aren't I? And can't have any carbohydrates. And there's a lot of rice and noodles and veg and stuff. But I'll sort it. I just know that I need to experience something like that. It's way outside of your comfort zone, isn't it? It's like completely different to the comforts of going places like Marbella and Dubai and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited for that. But you just don't know because you've never been what kind of like impact it's going to have on your life, seeing how other people live in other parts of the world. I think it'd be an eye-opener to see how happy they are with very little. So
yeah, because it's weird because obviously that's the first time I've been to Dubai. It's like the absolute opposite to that, isn't it? Like everyone's got money. Like
it's like, it doesn't phase you, like you said, it doesn't phase you when a Lamborghini's driving past.
You come on to it that, like, if you're in the UK and a Lambo drives past, everyone's like, wow, who's
You're spoiled, aren't you, over there?
Over there, a Lambo goes past you, you just go, huh.
Yeah.
It's like you come numb to how much money and stuff there is.
Like here, when you're coming back to it, you think, wow, everything's absolutely awful. But is it awful? Or is it not? Obviously, you can't really say that.
No.
Nothing's normal. Normal's whatever you create it to be normal, isn't it, really?
If over there, that's their normal, isn't it?
And it becomes your normal after 3 days.
Wow, it's mental.
Because like that first 24 hours, like especially at night, you just like mesmerised. You're like a kid in a sweet shop looking at all the lights and all the glitz and all the glamour. But it's like when people that we met on the business event who live there, they were like, it's totally different living here.
Yeah.
You get so used to it, you know, and they go to they don't go to all the flash places that holidaymakers go to or, you know, whatever's on TikTok necessarily. Yeah. You just get settled into life.
Yeah.
You would if you was there. It's pointless, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, obviously, there's no like, well, there is some TikTok places here, but, you know, we've probably completed them all, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's like a different world over there, though. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, so it's nice to experience both sides, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not saying poverty, but I'm just saying like a simple life, you know,
that's
where they're where they're grateful for everything.
When I went Bali, that was simple.
Yeah.
But such a contrast.
Yeah.
I was like obviously I say this all the time, pretty underwhelmed really, because you can look to your left of you and it's like the nicest beach in the world, then you look to your right and it's like, you know, trash everywhere.
Yeah.
Like all over the floor and stuff, and it's like, wow, this is mental. And just felt like it was quite a dirty place, to be honest. Even though everyone's peaceful, happy and stuff like that, it's not like a place where you feel dead safe.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sort of shady, I don't know if it's because I was staying in the place where I was staying, but there's a lot of like shady places where you think, these will steal the pockets, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just depends what you're after. But I went Thailand in when I was 15, so I think I was 15, or I might be 40. Yeah, I fought for England.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I've told that story a few times.
That's why I thought I'd cue it up.
No, yeah, I've done the side boxing, didn't I? So, but obviously, the experience then I think I was about 14, 15, but the experience then wouldn't be like now because I was young and I was with my mate's mum and dad and they was quite strict and they didn't really, obviously, it's probably just trying to keep us safe, but they wouldn't really let us do too many things. So, done like a week in the tournament, then a week in Pattaya then. Just finger like a bit of an holiday.
Yeah, I feel like for me it's like seeing the nature of that country, you know, like the landscapes and the beaches, and I'd love to do the hikes and obviously do the Thai boxing as well and stuff like that. Have a go at that.
Yeah. What, you'd have a go at it?
Yeah, definitely. I used to do classes years ago, only classes, but I really enjoyed it. You get a proper adrenaline rush from it, don't you?
Have you seen in them bars you can have like fight stuff for a drink?
Yeah, I'm not going to take it that far.
I would, that'd be well funny. Probably end up tearing my chest a bit more. Though.
Yeah, I can't afford my nose to get broken.
Mine's already broken, you can't break it twice.
Any countries on your list this year that you want to go to, apart from Dubai again?
Probably Dubai. Definitely would go to Thailand. Probably Dubai at some point.
Yeah.
Me and Mackenzie were talking about potentially going to like Africa, doing like a bit of a safari thing, and then going down to like the South Africa part. That'd be good.
Yeah, really nice. I've heard a lot of good things about South Africa.
Yeah, that's where I think he does his.
Yeah.
Does his in South Africa now. Yeah, and Carl.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah, it looks well good there. It's really cheap as well.
Oh, is it?
So cheap, yeah. It's like Dazzy's living the life of luxury over there, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely something like that anyway.
Good stuff.
So I'm just going to fire like some topics off to you, like just to catch you on the spot, really.
Oh, nice.
Your favourite tactic?
Yeah.
So we'll start with Sam then.
Okay.
So you can sort of get the gist of it. This is going to test the knowledge, really.
Right, that's good.
So what would you do if a client has stopped losing body fat? Like, oh no, actually, let's flip the question. All right, we'll do question one. What would you do if a client has stopped losing body fat?
So just completely come to like a halt?
Yeah, at a sticking point.
They stick into the diet? Like, or is this you asking me how would I approach it?
How would you approach it?
So I'd just probably get on a call with them and see what the situation is, like try and dig deep into it, see if they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
If I was a bit unsure, I'd probably get them to send me sort of proof of things, so like send me your steps and your cardio and stuff, and see if they're actually doing it for one.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they're probably just not doing that.
Yeah.
If they've genuinely hit a sticking point and they've been I've had it recently with someone they're actually doing everything they're supposed to be doing, but because they've been dieting for so long, their body just needed a refresh. So I put the calories up back to maintenance, pulled back on a bit of the cardio and stuff, had 2 weeks at that, and then they lost like 2 or 3 pounds over them 2 weeks where they were eating more food and less cardio. It's just the body needed a bit of a reset. They was obviously stressed, probably holding a bit of information. Body was obviously a bit sore, broken. Bit of a 2 week refresh and then straight back into it.
Yeah. What would you say the biggest things are what slow people down from losing body fat?
I'd say the mindset with a lot of people, because they might not get to where they want to be as fast as they expected potentially. So they obviously get down about it and then think, what's the point? Whereas it's always important to look back at where you've actually started. So I do this with quite a lot of people where they're like, oh, I wanted to be at this point by this point. And it's like, well, no, look how far you've actually come. Look at all the habits you've built. Look at how you feel about yourself, how much your training's improved, and look at image one to where you are now. You should be buzzing with that. And then when they actually realise, because obviously they see themselves every day, so they don't notice the change. Or the partner might see them every day, so they might notice it as much. But someone who sees them maybe like once a week or something like that, you can see a big change. And when you put picture A to picture now together, picture A, then obviously they see it and go, "Oh, no, actually, I have." And that's a big one.
No, it is.
Yeah, it's good to have that time of reflection, isn't it? Because I feel like sometimes even for us, we are just in the moment or always future pacing ourselves. So you kind of forget how far you've come. Yeah. And having an outside pair of eyes from us as coaches, like gives them reassurance and sort of can reignite that flame. But like you said, having taken a break sometimes. Sometimes having that break does them the world of good.
I think the two biggest things what slow people down from losing body fat, what I see the most is dropping your calories too low and overtraining. People think I'll do 2 hours in the gym and that's well better than 3 sessions a week at 45 minutes. But it's not, because the biggest thing what you need to work on if you're trying to lose body fat is recovery. If you're not recovering from what you're doing, your body's going to go in a higher state. That's going to hold cortisol in the body, and then you're going to hold water inflammation. And really, it's a game how to drop the inflammation. Who's going to recover the fastest gets the best results. And often when you've took someone through a fat loss phase and, they hit the sticking point, and you might have them on like 40 minutes cardio a day, 1,800 calories. Obviously, I'm just giving an example. When you keep them in that and you think they're not changing it, they look actually like they're holding a bit of water. When you drop the cardio down to 20 minutes and you put the calories on the refeed, next thing, they're back leaner again. Or if they have an holiday and they've been having a bit of a chill time, come back lean, you're like, I've just been eating a bit off plan and I'm leaner. I'm like, because you've dropped your stress. So that's really the key to just have a never-ending fat loss, basically.
Yeah, it definitely works to treat with people who have been very consistently losing body fat and then suddenly come to a halt and a sticking point.
Yeah.
You just know straight away, don't you? It's a deload and refresh with the calories, put the calories up. So, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But I find with females, particularly a lot who, they might have trained for years and they are sort of like conscious of what they eat. Like they want to have good nutrition. When they come to the team and I like kind of have a first conversation with them, it's really sort of like typical that females are under eating and overtraining.
Yeah.
And it's a mind-blowing sort of chat for them to begin with, because they're like, I'll say, how many meals are you eating? And they'll say,
biscuits.
Two meals if I can, because I'm really busy. I'm like, okay. And then they'll sort of like tell me how much they're eating, and it's normally what they think about a balanced diet, but it's very under the protein sort of allowance that intake that they should be having. And then the second thing is they don't realise that training 5-6 times a week is actually overtraining, just having one rest day a week. And I'm like, how would you feel if I now put you on like 4 sessions a week? And they're like, you can tell they're uncomfortable. But when they see our results, they know that they've got to trust us, really, haven't they? Because what they're working, what they're doing isn't getting the results that they want. But it gives me so much satisfaction because, like, I'll say to them, look, 99% of females are doing exactly what you're doing. I have this conversation all the time. Just trust me on this. I'm going to put you on 4 meals, providing they've got time to eat 4 meals. We'll have a look at the whole structure of the lifestyle. It's going to be a lot more food than what you used to, but I promise you, you'll start losing body fat.
Yeah.
And they're like, really? What? And it honestly, even when I can tell that they're thinking, she's chatting crap here, do you know what I mean? And training 4 times a week feels really weird to them. I'm like, suddenly you're going to have all this extra time to spend with your kids, have like time with your partner, meal prep so you don't feel like you're chasing your tail. And when it all comes together, like even for some of them, week 1, they're like, the penny's dropped, I'm enjoying this. Week 2, the body fat starts coming down, they're losing weight, they're like mind blown. But I love that. I really love proving my point.
That's it. That's like we like detectives. We've got the question for you then. So we primarily coach sort of successful people now in business who have sort of lost their identity through work taking over, really, and obviously sometimes family balance as well. So what steps would you put someone through, say, female CEO who is struggling to find herself again, she's lost her identity, feels low, like, she's not at her prime anymore, but she used to be in really good shape, because that's often the case, and it used to be in really good shape. Then, obviously, the business takes over, they start dropping the standards in other areas, so they have to compensate. What steps would you put through someone at the start to transition them into a new life without adding stress? Because the biggest thing what successful people say is really, and what they're fighting against is time in it. So how would you transition them into that new life of, you getting their identity back, basically?
So I'll definitely look at what their lifestyle is currently like, because, it doesn't matter whether you've been distracted for a few years by your career or several years by your career taking over or your family taking over, whatever it is, you've taken the foot off the gas with yourself and put yourself at the bottom of your priority list. So it would be about sort of coaching them to retrain the brain to make them realise that you are the most important person in your life. You're the most important project you can work on. And, once it's not an overnight thing, but they do get it eventually, because just try and show them you can't pour from an empty cup. So if you're continuously putting yourself at the bottom of the pile, you're worn out, you don't feel great in your skin, you're probably got a lot of negative self-talk, you might be snappy in your relationships, not fully focused at work. There's so many things going on. So once you have like a deep conversation, like normally on the onboarding call, just make all of those notes, you know what I mean? Then you can start to get an overview of how somebody's personality is and, you know, where they are on their priority list. And then take it from there. I would say, let's have a look at the structure to your day into your week.
Yeah.
Let's see how much free time we can create, because there's always a solution. It might be you just start with 3 workouts from home and we'll build up from that. And then eventually you'll transition into the gym. It depends, you know, where they are in their mindset. Some people I've met are so low self-esteem that they don't want to rush into a gym. They don't want that. They want to just start feeling good about themselves. So the gentle approach, working out from home. You know, they could even be a carer or something like that. So they might not have the availability to go to a gym. So there's always a solution around that. Also looking at like their eating habits as well and tailoring the plan around that. You can't put somebody on like a fully clean diet overnight. If they've been living off fast food, you have to transition them into that. So it might be keeping a bit of shit in there to begin with.
No, what does that taste like?
And then transition them over time. But I would definitely put more focus into the mindset training if the self-esteem was really low. Some people, like you said, they might have just fell out of like good habits, but they're more sort of like experienced and can sort of just with the right kind of guidance, but also the accountability. They're like, Nyla, you know, I like what you're suggesting, I'm just going to fly with it, and they can just get back on the saddle straight away. So it's different approaches for different people.
It's crazy as well, because people that have got a job like that, like a really important job, but then obviously kind of neglected themselves. We've seen it recently where when they've actually put themselves sort of first a bit, got themselves in good shape, and they're worried that this is all going to affect the job. But they've got themselves in good shape, feeling confident, feeling better about themselves. The work actually is even better. And that's the whole thing they were worried about, and really they've leveled up themselves, but that's just gone into that other part of the life, the job.
No, definitely, because if you're eating better, your brain's functioning better. If you're looking better, you're dressing better, you're walking taller. So you're going to be like more respected, I think.
100%.
You know, it's something that you can't buy, is it?
No.
Isn't it? So your fitness, if people can see you look like a physically fit person, it's just like normal reaction that you're going to get more respect, really.
We've got a lot of steps in place now as well, haven't we, for individuals like that, because we coach a lot of them. So we've got like the new mindset portal what we've created, which was nice. 13 trainings, which has helped us grow massively over the last 4 or 5 months. And then the mindset sessions as well, in terms of the mindset one-to-one talks. You know, because I feel like that's what separates us from other coaching brands. It's not like food, training, check-ins. You know, anyone can do that. Like, let's tap into that mindset and let's overcome, because if you're only sending food and training and obviously doing a check-in, you're only going to be coaching a certain kind of people, and that's an easy person to coach, really. I think really, you know, being a good coach, you need to be experienced with the mind, because I think you mentioned actually the other day, like, it's easy to coach someone who just cracks on straight away, but it shows how much of a good coach you are 100%. When you do problem solve and overcome it, and that's what makes you a good coach. Anyone can copy and paste a meal plan. You can get that off AI and get some good results if you know, you don't steer away from something. But it's when you've got someone with actual life problems, or like a busy business, for example, and they don't know how to tackle it, and you've given the basic solution, and then they start moving forward. That's the most fulfilling bit, isn't it, really? 100%. And that's an actual skill.
Well, a lot of the business people that we do have that are highly successful, you know, they have like over the years sort of like put the full energy into growing the business. But when they do get back to putting themselves first, they like transform really quickly, don't they? Because they've got a really high level of discipline. So that's really great to see. And who said you can't have it all? It's absolute bullshit. You can have it all. Definitely. So, yeah, it is really a satisfying thing to watch somebody grow like that.
Yeah. It's funny that you touched on AI, actually, because I was having this conversation with someone the other day about they were basically saying, oh, I don't need a coach because I can just use AI. That'll write me a plan and stuff, and obviously trying to go into detail of why. To be honest, I'll hold my hand up. I did it. So before I was obviously being coached by you initially, in the past I've just sort of put in ChatGPT or something like that, write me a 7-day plan that's a mix of weight training, this and this, and followed it. And yeah, it'll give you a training plan, it'll help you with food and stuff. But the difference is when you've got someone actually coaching you is you can say to ChatGPT, I didn't bother doing any of this all this week and I've not done that, I've not done this, and it'll be like, that's great, well done. Try this. Whereas with you, it was like, whoa, you've got someone holding you accountable, and obviously that word gets thrown about. That word gets thrown about all the time, but it is a massive thing.
Massive part
it's
of it.
Huge.
I don't think AI'll ever take over us because human communication is the thing what makes you live longer.
Yeah.
And 100%. Human community, that's why we're massive on Team Outer, because it makes you live longer. You know, you genuinely, if you're in a group of like-minded people, you might be going into that negative. Like we had, you know, a few people who were really in negative states on that last live event. It wasn't negative at all in the day, but the moment they leave that area, they're back in the negative thing, they're back negative again. Yeah. And that's because, you know, you grow into your environment, and that's obviously why we made Active Physiques, because it gives you that sort of, you know, safe environment to just be yourself and not be fear of judged, really.
Well, so many of our clients say to us with their positive feedback that it's not only the accountability that has really brought them on in strides, but it's the being part of the community, you know, like on the days when they might feel low motivation, and they understand that is just, you know, it's just an emotion. It's not what's going to get you the results, because it doesn't last. But like, because the group chat's popping off all the time with like positivity and the support, like we don't even have to interact in that anymore. It just really takes care of itself, doesn't it?
It's like the one the other day, someone put something about an issue they had, and within 10 minutes, 3 different people replied saying, I've had the same situation, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, wow.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously there's 3 coaches, but it's like there's over 100 in there because everyone helps everyone.
Yeah.
It's mint.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
It.
And it's like, it's a nice positive energy as well. It's like not full of people that are just complaining that they don't want to do the cardio today or anything like that. It's the right kind of energy. So it's just nice, I think, for us as coaches, when we do dip in and out of it, to see how much people are connecting.
Yeah.
And you'll never get that with AI, you know what I mean?
It's like when we was in Dubai and we were doing, like, say, a podcast, or we was at that event, and, you know, we might have had a 3-hour block where we were on our phones or something, you come back to it, there's so many messages in there, and it's like, wow, we don't even need to actually reply to them, like everyone's helping each other.
And people feel that confident in that group and supported that they're actually posting like the physique in there,
they
the
say
PBs in there. Do you know what I mean? That's not us mithering saying post that, because they know they're going to get a good reaction. And it's not necessarily about just the validation. It's like people appreciating how each other are working and the work ethic.
It's just motivating to everyone else, isn't it, as well?
They always say a thing, you know, like they post stuff in there what they don't even tell like the mates and stuff.
Yeah.
Which obviously is a big statement, really. But I always say, if you can't tell your mates your biggest goals, they're not your mates. Like, I remember going through when I was younger, like being like embarrassed about saying goals, even to my mum and dad and that.
Yeah.
And even to my nan and granddad and stuff. Like, oh, they're gonna think I'm daft here saying this. It sounds stupid. But then obviously when you start doing it and moving towards it, you think I don't really give a flying fuck.
It's so mad that you just said that, because I did a post and I've not posted it yet on Instagram, and it was basically just about like competing last year and stuff. And at the top of it I put like, I will be a pro. And I was thinking about it and thought, wow, everyone's like gonna laugh at and judge me about it. I thought, nah, actually, because all the people that I'm close to, like you fully believe that.
Yeah,
like
I know you're gonna be a pro.
So I'm like, why am I even questioning whether I should post that or not? Because the people around me know that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
The people that obviously will think negative or be like, well, that's not going to happen. I don't really care what they think anyway.
That's an indication of your growth.
Yeah.
Because maybe a couple of years ago you would not have posted something like that. But the fact that you're aware now, it shows that your mindset's changed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you've outgrown people.
Yeah.
That's what you said at the last live event. The biggest thing, what made you grow really, is not caring what people think of you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing what I struggled with all my life. Do you know what I mean? And when you do stop caring, like obviously I'm still working on myself, everyone is, but when you do truly stop caring, you start moving forward a lot, because you're acting yourself rather than, well, JJ said it, putting a mask on.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
more draining, isn't it?
It's about accepting who you are as a person as well. So nobody's perfect, not even you, Clint. But
Oh, it was God.
Oh, God, that's good.
But I feel like when people are embarrassed or shy, it's because, like you said, they're putting on a mask. They're pretending they're not being authentic to themselves. They're only showing the best bits and not showing any struggles or admitting they've got any struggles. And also, that's on that side of it, the flip side. But also, they're scared of judgment.
That's the main one, I think.
Because, like, you know, there's a lot of people that have friends or family or even partners that aren't supportive of their personal growth. And that's a lonely place to be, isn't it? And I think perhaps that's why the community's doing so well, because they know that they're with like-minded people in that group. So it's not a case of I'm showing off because I'm posting this or that. You know what I mean?
It's from like when you're born, really. Like you're scared of judgment with maybe certain type of trainers what you get because they're not the cool ones or something. It's always fear of judgment. It's not like you could go in. I remember going in JD and like say if I went with my mum or something, or you know my brother or anyone or my mate even, I'd be like, yeah, I like them trainers, and then my mate would say, nah, they're not that good, them ones. Like I like these ones. Then I would agree and be like them. I still liked his trainers what he chose, but I probably like mine better. But I got his because it's two. Do you know what I mean? So it's always a fear of judgment that what holds people back. And I think as you get older and you have more life experience, you just sort of grow into your own comforts, and don't you? And you start to move forward.
Yeah, I feel like trying new things as well.
Yeah.
You know, then you start to think, oh, that actually felt really good, and I'm going to now try something else. And it has like a snowball effect. And then you realise that your friends that you used to do everything with, they're not into the same things. But what do? Do you continue on this journey, or do you stay the same?
Got to go through the lonely period.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I spoke about it on the last podcast. I remember hearing something. I think it was like Chris Williamson.
Yeah.
He's like, basically, got your friends now, then you've got a lonely period, and then the friends that you kind of want because they're at the level you are. But you've got to go through that lonely period where you're leaving the people that, you know, might judge you for not going out for a beer at the weekend, or you're not drinking too cool for us or something. He says like, and it's like, no, you just want to be better. And you know, you got to go through that lonely period to get to where you want to be.
Yeah, that lonely period can be quite hurtful. But then I think you get past that. Do you know what I mean? Initially, it can be like, oh, the people that pat me on the back in the gym, they never support my posts, or they never come to support me when I do this or that or the other. You know what I mean? But then you just kind of meet, like you said, a new group of people that you're vibrating high with, and you start to make new connections, and you realise actually you don't need to stay with that safe group of people.
No.
They don't make you feel good. You know, that if they're not supporting you, let them crack on with their own thing. You focus on yourself. And sometimes people come back, you know what I mean? They come back with you, but they're just not understanding the transition that you're going through, and it makes them feel uncomfortable because they're not on a journey of personal growth.
Yeah.
They might be happy staying in the job that they've always had since they're 18, driving the same car, you know, never leaving the estate that they grew up on.
Yeah.
Good for them, you know what I mean?
It's one of them. I feel like you really, when you start your journey when you're born, your life's manufactured for you. You've not even got your own decisions. You don't choose what school you want to go to. You don't choose what to wear. Your mum does.
Yeah.
Like you're not even like your person. You're only your person when you get to 16 and you start thinking you're hard. But you start getting into your own personality when the testosterone kicks in. You start having your own beliefs then, but you're still going through that fear of judgment where you think, no, I've been brought up like this, that's the right way. But then you've got a choice, really. You know, you're going to lean more into what your brain's actually thinking. You know, sometimes it might take people the wrong way, which is obviously not good, but you're going to focus more on that, or you're going to focus on more on what someone else is trying to do. And obviously you pick things from different people. Like my mum and dad's taught me a lot about different things, and obviously get the kindness from mum and stuff, and my dad's taught me a lot of good things as well. But I've got a lot of traits what are different than them as well, what I definitely do not want. So it's like you just take things away. It's like mentors as well, or coaches, take things from different people, you mould it into your version. You know, you can't be a carbon copy of someone. And if you're like learning from someone who's not living your life, then obviously you're not going to get the life what you want.
Yeah.
So it's just pointless. But yeah, I feel like when you do get older, then you start, because then that's probably why you drift away from your friends, really, because you're going into the person what you always wanted to be. And then your life's already there, innit? And so you feel more
definitely.
content.
I think it was something Bob Proctor said. I'll try and remember now. He said something like, most people go through life tiptoeing, hoping to get to the end of it without sort of like...
Going out the comfort zone.
No, without sort of messing things up.
Oh, right, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So they'll tread carefully, I'll stay what feels safe, you know, don't want to take any risks.
Yeah.
What'll happen if that goes wrong?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So they just tiptoe through life, hoping they make it to the end and nothing bad happen. Do you know, and everything just kind of work out for them. But that will just keep you at a place of comfort and, you know, just kind of mediocrity.
Feel flat.
You know, normal standards, like mediocre. But if you want more than that, then you've got to take the risks, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing with older people, about the comfort zone. It's like, if you're watching this now and something's holding you back. If you're watching this now and something's holding you back, all you need to do, instead of thinking what's going to go wrong, let's reverse that and say what's going to go right by taking this action. It's about reframing the sentence. It's going to give you a different outcome. It's like if you're living a life where you don't like the results of your life, you don't like your job, you don't like your missus, you don't like your car, you don't like how much money you've got in the bank, are you going to get something different? You need to change your actions in order to get a new result, and then that'll move you forward then, won't it?
People don't like hearing that. I've always said, well, not always, but in recent years, I've said to people, we are a product of our own decisions.
Of course.
Like, people have a victim mentality sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like this because
Yeah.
this happened and that happened. Yeah, bad shit happens to nice people all the time, but it's not that you can control that. It's how you can control your response to the situation. So if you've got a fighter sort of mindset, you know, someone that's like, this horrible situation's happened, but I'm not going to let it be the sort of outcome of my life.
Yeah.
If you've got that spark, you know, you'll overcome it. And you'll learn and grow from it, and you'll fucking evolve into like the next layer of yourself. You know, like surprise yourself.
Like an onion with loads of layers of Shrek.
Yeah. You won't let it hold you back. You'll use it to your advantage, no matter how painful it is at the time. Do you know what I mean? So life is a journey.
Yeah. And then that's when you transitioned into Nyla the Wives.
Transformed.
The YouTube's done, by the way.
Good.
Yeah, YouTube. That was good. What, have you not seen it, have you?
No, not seen it yet.
It's really good.
How long is it?
About 25 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, that's not
but
too
I
bad.
told him to put my squat in there because I didn't get my PB
I know, I
squat
noticed
in there.
that. Mine was in there,
that's the
but
best
yours
bit.
wasn't. I thought, get in.
Can't even remember what we actually...
No, that's because he basically muted the background because we weren't having the speakers all the way through. It kind of muffled our voice. We all sounded like we had a piece of chewing gum in our mouth
Right.
or a rubber.
Yeah.
No, with a lisp or
Was
something.
it a nice journey of the day?
Really
Yeah, it's
good.
unreal.
Really good.
Oh,
It's
I
like
need
a
to
movie.
watch it then.
It is.
But I thought, wow, there was no day two. So I was like,
Well, next time.
We're going to
yeah.
have to go back, aren't we?
Yeah.
Day two will be Amsterdam, right? We're phone to Amsterdam now.
Just finished the leg session. Got straight away.
I'm stoned.
But it was really good, the video, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it
It was
was-
fresh, good lighting and everything. Good journey, good chats in the car.
Yeah. Yeah, the car was good. There was a lot of good conversation in the car, actually.
Because you were vibrating high, blooming, driving that G-Wagon.
Yeah, it was good, that. It was really good, that. Surprised we only got one speeding ticket, to be honest. That was amazing when we paid for it, and he's like, one. I was like, wow. But I was expecting like one every hour.
I know.
Yeah, nice. Every time I spoke to that girl, though, she had something negative to say, didn't she?
Girl.
That Kez. You know, about like,
Yeah.
you're going to do this, you're going to do that.
Oh, you can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that.
Thought, wow, that's not the right mindset to have round us.
It's like giving us
Break the
permission on it.
rules.
What would you say? So I'll ask you another question then. What would you? So we'll start with Sam actually this time. What would you say the 3 biggest things you've implemented into your own life to drive your motivation and success further, or what you'd give to anyone if they were starting the journey and was going through a rough patch, you know, going around in circles? 3 tips. What you'd give them, or 2 tips, or how many tips you want to give?
Goal card. I know it's kind of stealing one from you, but I think that's really, really good.
Yeah.
So obviously write out. I've got 2, so I've got like a long-term one, which is kind of within the year, and then I've got like a month one. So I know, right, these are my goals that I know I'm gonna do this month, and this is what I know I'm gonna do, sort of within a year. And they're really good. Like, read them every day, read them every morning, read them a couple of times throughout the day, read them in the evening, read them before you go to sleep. And sort of sounds stupid because you're reading it so many times, and if you write it as if
Yeah.
you have done it, you kind of just start to believe it without actually it happening yet. You know it's coming. It's just a matter of time. And then you sort of go into sleep going, well, I know I've got that. It's not, doesn't seem that far away. So like one thing I wrote down when I started coaching was I'm going to have 50 clients, and that was like kind of negative in my head already of, I'll see it and it'll probably happen because I'm putting it out there, and it's like, I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
But now I genuinely believe it. There you go.
Yeah, I've got 50.
So
Wow.
gold cards are amazing.
Just not sent them across to him yet. Already there. January.
And I was going to say nature walks definitely helps, but I'll let you do that.
You've stole everyone's there. Think of on yourself. Don't say ice baths.
And then ice baths are quite good. I say gold cards is definitely one of the biggest for me. It sounds so simple, but
I've got mine in pocket at all times. I feel like gold cards work so much and just writing stuff down, because you get the low days in your day, everyone does, where something might not go your way. Like you might have a book call and you think, oh yeah, like going to have another client here, because they 100% know I'm going to close them on the call because it's that good, the team. So you think, oh yeah, and then they like rebook or they cancel, and you think, oh, bit flat. But then you have to trick your mind again to think, no, let's think of these positives, what's going to happen in the day, what have we got planned for the rest of the week, what we're looking forward to, what podcasts have we got in, what people we're networking with, like. Then it sort of gets your vibration up, and then next thing you've got another book call or something else is good happening in the day. So it's how you react really, but think all the different steps in how to think and grow rich. Just gives you a lot of reassurance how to live your life and basically react to different things in your life. Because I feel like that was the biggest thing for me beforehand. What I've changed, it's your reaction to things, and obviously I'm still reactive. Obviously my mood's up and down sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I soon get back in the state. But still reactive, but like you're saying, it just made me understand a lot more. Like I know you mentioned today, like say if you're going to spend a load of money, if you think of the law of gaps where, you have to open the gap in the circle when you've got money going out because you've just spent a load, and you think, oh, I feel down now. You've got a gap to get more money in, and having that reassurance in the mind makes the situation a lot easier, and then it's not going to affect your day as much.
Yeah.
And there's loads in there. That one what I was on about before, that's the law of compensation. So the compensation is obviously, you're the most important person, and then how much you're valued and how consistent you are. It's the law of compensation so you need to compensate certain factors to gain something back. So it's really the secret to life. What I was starting to realise is it's all about giving back, really. It's all about giving back. And like I mentioned about them voice notes to you, when you're saying something positive to clients and you really mean it, you just start flying. You feel unreal. I felt like I took a pill or something.
It's a real exchange of energy, because you feel their reaction and their positivity. You absorb it. Yeah. And what a brilliant sort of exchange of energy, rather than just being serious all the time and focusing on now. Let's just give them a boost.
That's it.
That's a massively motivating thing as well, because like when you sent that one to me, it was like, I'm going to absolutely smash, obviously, with bodybuilding. It's like, even though it's already in the back of your head anyway, and you believe it and stuff, but when someone says something like that to you, that's more motivating than anything you go.
We all just need that one person, don't we? Where you don't need to ask to be picked up.
Nah.
Who is that?
Yeah.
No, but that's why even when we do like the team meetings each month, we all leave them feeling good. Even if we might be having like a brilliant month, them calls just make you flying even more, and you feel like, because now we have them at the start of the month, don't we, rather than the end.
Rather than just reflect on how the month has been or what we could do better.
It's too late then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Let's set the goal for the beginning of the month and just be all aligned.
Yeah, but then let's have a touch point. Again, obviously we've added one call. We've had two, haven't we, this month? And then we're going to have a third one in like a week or something.
Yeah, next one.
So that's planning, obviously. So the next topic is Christmas, which is one of my favourite seasons of the year.
And my least favourite season of the year.
Yeah, absolutely love Christmas. It's the best.
When we met, you were like, I'm going to make you love Christmas. I was like, bar humbug. No.
But so the next live event is the 5th of December. So obviously we've booked Phoenix, haven't we, in Manchester. So that's going to be really nice. I've got like a good few. It's going to be totally different anyway this year, because in the past the works dudes, you've not ever been in there. No. It's just about drinking as much as possible, and obviously even the environment full of the people and all that, and the atmosphere. It's it's grown that much, and there's actually really, really nice people. There's always been like bits and bobs, but the team is the best, full of solid people who are on the same wavelength. And your actions are different, but that's not because of them. That's because of us. Our actions are different. Well, preferably mine.
Yeah, I was sober at the last Christmas do, and I was really proud of myself. So I feel like every time we do one of these like events, like the Christmas party and stuff, you refine it, don't you?
Well, the last one,
you look back and think, what could I have done better? And obviously, the last one, everyone really enjoyed themselves.
I thought that was the worst one.
But for me, as a sober person, I reflected because I was taking everything in, and we'd made some really good decisions based on that, on how we can improve it and make it like a unique experience.
It was an absolute train wreck, to be honest. Basically, we booked it too close to everyone else's work dues. We booked too big of a venue for how many clients actually liked us, to be honest. It's true though, isn't it? Who actually wanted to be like around us apart from being coached. Because obviously we had a lot of people who wasn't even really into training.
Let's face it, the venue was shocking.
Yeah.
The time of the year that we booked it was shocking. The choice of like singer that was there was pretty shocking. Everything about it was just terrible. It was just awful. But do you know what? I had a good time because I just went into it like it's opportunity to chill, relax, have a dance, talk to the clients. But it wasn't up to our standards, you know what I mean? And like we've raised our game throughout the year.
Then reflect on that, was my standards really high? It wasn't, was it? Do you know what I mean? I was on the rails, wasn't I? So it's one of them. It's a reflection of you, innit, really?
Yeah.
It's what your mindset's thinking like, party, drinks and all that and stuff. And let's wind down for Christmas, which is all good and well. But now we're going to one of the best restaurants in Manchester. Obviously, everyone's got a paid meal, 3 courses or 4 or something. And it's not really based around drinking. Obviously, we can meet there at 6 for some drinks if people want it. But it's not like we go into a bar, there's no food. It's actually an organised event, which is going to be well nicer. Obviously, you've got the option to drink if you want, because we're not against drinking. If someone wants to have a good time and stuff and have some drinks and happy days, it's up to them. And then obviously, you got the meal and just genuinely being in the moment rather than let's get blackout drunk and then let's just not remember the night, because that's totally different, isn't it, really?
Yeah, well, it's not really something we preach to get blackout drunk. So, this is going to be a lot more civilised.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a reflection of like the calibre of clients that we've got as well. So, let's absolutely smash it this year. It's going to be a really good one.
It's going to be videoed as well. So we've got a few tricks up my sleeve because I like to make it different than anyone else. I thought of a good idea as well for the shoot.
For content.
Yeah, so basically...
Are you able to say this now?
I don't know, because I don't know if anyone's...
Or will the cat be out of the bag before the shoot?
Oh, no, it doesn't matter anyway, because it's just thinking. It's just a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, so Nyla was driving, and I just thought of an idea, because obviously you think stuff sometimes, and it was just like... all the lads, I was going to say everyone, but it'd be too much, so maybe Nyla can do it and I can do it, or something, or you can do it. And then all the lads are in round you, and what was it like? What thing would you say to anyone sitting on the fence? What's your biggest win, or how was your experience?
What's your biggest win?
Why would you choose Active Physiques or something? Yeah. Just go around and they're all in the video together.
That's good.
So that's going to be totally different, because I've not seen anyone do that.
No, because everyone could say like,
just one word.
Yeah.
Describe Active Physiques in one word. Bang, bang, bang.
So
bang,
it could be like confidence.
Yeah.
Fat loss.
Yeah.
Life change, something like that.
Unit.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Chris Charles, really good time.
Pelvis.
So we've got a few tricks up the sleeve, and when you're vibrating good on the day and stuff and you feel excited, you just think of ideas on the spot. Anyway, that's where I work best. I don't really plan much. I just work on the spot and then go from there, really. That's
it's going to be a good day, that as well, and it's got to shoot before the meal. Obviously in the morning, so it's just like...
We always have to shoot before the meal.
It's going to be really good, that.
Yeah.
It's got loads of treats there and stuff. Jeff's getting some stuff baked as well, isn't he?
Yeah, Cleo does it, doesn't she?
Oh, right. We'll leave it to them then. It'll be better than mine.
They look unreal.
Yeah, so they're bringing the treats. Obviously, we've got food, because we usually take everyone to Nando's, don't we? After the shoots.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously, there's no point, is there? Because we've got a meal, so I just really want to get home, get ready, and then go to the venue and then go from there.
Yeah.
Get that suit back on.
Yeah.
Brush
the same suit.
Brush the cobwebs off.
The same suit.
And a cigar this time.
He's getting his money's worth.
I thought it was super clean to the back.
The old Clint would have worn some at once.
Yeah.
Every time we went on holiday, he was like, I've got to get new clothes. I'm like, you've got loads of holiday clothes. Oh, no, I've worn those. Do you know what I mean? And I would just be thinking, waste. That is such
That's
waste.
my paradigm, that's how I've been brought up. My mum always bought me new clothes every single holiday, full new suitcase.
Really?
Yeah, so that's my paradigm, yeah.
And iron them all.
Oh, yeah. She's not even got proper woman traits. Have you?
Beg your pardon. I buy clothes that don't need ironing.
All right.
Oh, 2 sizes too small.
Whatever. I've never heard you complain before.
Right, so next subject. So you got any questions for me?
Definitely change subject.
She's frothing at the mouth there.
Wow.
Have you got any questions for us or do you want me to continue with the questions?
Continue if you want.
What would you say, like, obviously you just asked me what 2 things would you say to people like unmotivated, what have you got for them?
What,
so
if
kind of Rob George, yeah, with the goal cards kind of.
Oh, to boost your motivation up?
Yeah.
I think, really, when you're going through times of struggle, I think attaching to your why, which is quite generic, really, but often people think, oh, yeah, why am I doing it? But the why is not actually the true why. It's about digging deeper, and then you attach emotion to it. Obviously, the why, what makes you cry, what you always say.
Yeah.
So it's attaching the emotion to the reason why you're doing it, because the prime example is if you've moved to a certain sort of goal and you've got in, decent shape and stuff and you've actually achieved your goal, what you wanted to do, what's your why then? Because it's easy to fall off the top when you're fall off the mountain when you're at the top of the hill. But it's hard when you're feeling like shit, then obviously it's easier to get up there because you're always feeling in that present moment, aren't you? Like, you're not feeling your best. You're always reminding you why in a way. But then when you feel good, what's your why then? And if you only had like a surface level why, like, oh, I just want to get in shape, I just want to look good for the holiday. When you look good for the holiday, that's why 9 times out of 10 people fall off, because they've not really actually got a solid why. But then if you think about that, my why is not really to get good for the holiday. Well, it is, but it's to keep me confident all year. It's to make sure, I'm never out of shape. If it was a guy and who's single, I want to get better looking girls, for example. All these different whys, they make it a lot more like solidified in your mind. Because then when you see yourself to slip, it won't be too late till you get back on, because you think, no, it wasn't to get ready for the order. It was to get ready for the girls, basically.
To find myself a wife.
Yeah, no, it's to get ready for something greater, though, and keep in that shape, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. I look at it slightly differently. I find a lot of people are afraid or have never really given much thought to what it actually is that they want out of life, because they just kind of get swept up with like society's standards, go to college, get a job, get engaged, have 2 kids, get a dog.
That was your life, wasn't it, apart from getting a dog?
Live on an estate. They do everything that society expects them to do at a certain age. And particularly for women, what I find is they'll hit 30 or 30's creeping up, and if they've not got all of those goals in place, they start to lose the shit. They start to get really, really anxious, and they'll start racing to date. They start doubting themselves. They're telling themselves they're too old, that they're going to be left on the shelf. They start to, maybe have erratic behaviour, just to sort of compensate for that feeling of emptiness that they've now got because they've not got the family and or a baby and da-da-da-da-da. So when I meet girls that age, I'm like, hang on a minute, let's retrain your brain. What do you actually want these things? Are these what society tells you that you should be having for you to feel whole and complete? Or do you really want to focus on your career? Do you really want to have children? What I do like is that some females are saying, I ain't got a maternal bone in my body and I don't really want to get married. Great. Then don't let anybody make you feel less of a person for not having those things in your life. Maybe you do want to live on your own and you just don't want to share your space with anybody. Maybe travelling the world or just not being in a committed relationship is better for you because that's what makes you happy. You don't have to conform. Like, it's your life. Do you know what I mean? So, like, for me, it's people actually sitting down and admitting to themselves.
Let's get me fired up, this.
Admitting to themselves what they really, really want out of life and stop taking any sort of notice of judgment.
I can't remember, he asked now, like, why do women get so hung up when they get to 30 about settling down? And it's the kid thing, isn't it?
Yeah, because, you know, we're told that, yes, after a certain age, it becomes more difficult, your biological clock. So they're always thinking the biological clock's ticking away. Apparently after 20, you start to lose your eggs.
To be honest, after a female, if you get to...
Yeah, the quality of your eggs and the count, like, you've got millions. You've got millions of them, but over time you shed them to the point that, you know, by the time you get to perimenopause, you've got maybe, I don't know, 5% or something like that. I don't know the actual stats. But they start to get anxious about it. But, you know, don't settle. So many people hit 30 and they're like, he'll do, he's available, he likes me. Do you know what I mean? And then they end up in a relationship and a couple of years in, they're like, oh, God, you know what I mean? And then they have to try and work at it.
That's it. It's true that it's like a lot of people, they end up in these relationships where they're just going through the motions.
Plodding.
Yeah, they're plodding, yeah, but they've accepted it, and then it's like they're just sizzling by, really.
They just keep
like
it together
piece
for
of
the
bacon
children.
on a pan. Sizzling.
They're just staying together for the children. And then that's why, I feel like that's why divorce rates are so high as well. Because
and it's like 50%.
Yeah.
You might as well get married, right, and divorced.
I mean, there's so many reasons why divorces can occur. You know, it's like a whole different topic. There's social media, there's all sorts of reasons why. But yeah, I just really like to speak with women and make them realise that they have to work on themselves in order to make themselves happy. And then if they meet a guy who is on their frequency, you know, it's not going to feel like hard work, and it's going to improve their lifestyle. It's not going to take away from what they've built. If you're full in yourself, then, you know, you're not dropping your standards, doing stuff that doesn't make you feel good.
I always think the easiest way to determine how you are, like, you know, what stage you're at in life, just look at the people around you and who you're attracting, because they're a reflection of you, because you're attracting the same energy always.
Yeah.
Like,
there's some of the 5 people you spend the most time with, aren't you?
Yeah, but even like people like, for example, take this one, for example. When I went to Marbella, you know, obviously I've flown, 2 hours on a plane?
Yeah, about
which isn't that long, but flown all the way to Marbella, obviously I'm into the mindset stuff. What are the odds in me going into the sauna? The only guy in there, he's well into the mindset, but not just like, oh yeah, the mindset works. He's well clued up on it. I've flown 2 hours to a totally different location and spoke to a man who's in the exact same things as me twice, 2 different people in the same gym. So like, you're just basically a reflection of the people around you. It's like when bad things happen to people, well, you're probably in a negative, you know, vibration really. Most of the time, aren't you? Because I remember when I was in a negative mood going on one of my walks, and I see this woman all the time, and I've let onto her a couple of times, an old lady, probably about 70. See her all the time, never really said anything to me, just like sort of let on sort of thing. And then this time when I was in a negative mood, she was coming up to me saying, oh, you need to be careful around here now, there's been stabbings in town. I thought, what the hell? Because obviously, you know how it works now in the mindset and stuff. You just laugh to yourself and think, this is crazy, what happens. Because it's like when you have a good day and you think, you're not really shocked anymore. Because it's like a game. I think life's like a video game, me. And it's like, sometimes you get little tests, like obviously, like I was saying when I was in Dubai, the test for me is when I get a successful day, are you gonna, you know, blow it all on a drink and have a party because you're celebrating because you've had a good day, or are you gonna keep true and smash it even more? And that was a testament when I was in the Aura Sky Lounge, when we had the record day, and then it was a choice because I could have easily had a good time on the beers and stuff. I'm in the highest infinity pool in the world. Good people, sun, beats on, nice food. Didn't really have that much work on to do in the day, to be honest. I could have easily just done it and caught up tomorrow. Yesterday,
you got a nice massage though, didn't you?
I got a nice massage, but I had a choice, and that decision led me to getting even more people on the team. I was doing sales calls actually in the tallest Sky Lounge in the world, getting sales.
So now on reflection, you can see how in the past, when you've had those record sale days and you've celebrated, you've kind of taken 2 steps backwards. You've not gone, you've not appreciated the record day and built again on that.
Yeah. That's it. And obviously on the flip side of that, say if you're having a negative week, and obviously, you know, when I was proper in the cycle of drinking a couple of times a week or whatnot, it's like when you have a negative day and you lean to the drink because you think, oh, just have a bit of a chill out, you know, and then that's even worse then because, you know, it takes you a good few weeks to get back in the mix really after beer. People think like, oh yeah, I'll have a drink and, you know, be back on the wagon, get a bit of an hangover and I'm sweet, but it's dragging your hormones down. It's dragging, the biggest thing is your mindset down.
Yeah.
And it takes you a long time to get back in the mindset. Like I said to you, I think 3 days ago, I feel absolutely 10-10 now every single day.
Yeah.
Like waking up before the alarm, switched on, feel positive, like talking positive as well, to be honest, because you can always you always know how you're feeling by how you're speaking.
Yeah.
Every single day, like, you know, when I'm at mine, for example, where, you know, my dad's moaning all the time, or mum's moaning, it's because they're negative, you know, it's like they've entertaining negative thoughts, same with anyone in life.
Well, me and you, we don't really drink, do we? But like, that's why I knocked...
There's one piss head on the table.
That's why I knocked it on the head quite a few years ago, or fizzled it out. It wasn't like an intentional, I'm not drinking anymore, and I've still not said that, you know. I'm definitely not teetotal.
I've said it a few times.
Yeah, you said it more than a few times. I wouldn't say that I'm teetotal because I actually do have the occasional drink, but it's definitely no peer pressure attached. No. It'll just be when I feel like having one. And like normally 2 drinks in and I'm like, I'm done because I don't enjoy the feeling of being drunk anymore. When I was younger, I used to just drink mindlessly.
Yeah.
I was never one of these people that ever looked drunk though, would make a whole show of myself.
No, you just look twisted instead.
I could always
Sweating.
like still control. I could still control myself.
Has she had a shower over there?
Raining.
She's serious. She's in the floor, aren't you?
It's fine.
I was only joking. Go on, Karen.
So I really enjoyed drinking when I was younger. Just thought it was fun and never really thought about any consequences. But as I've got older and I've got like more responsibilities, I need to be sharper on the day-to-day. And I love waking up feeling fresh. I hate waking up feeling ill. And for me, drinking, it's like voluntary illness.
You know you're going to be. You know full well you're going to feel
Even people that say, I don't get a hangover. Bullshit. You're still tired. You still can't do all the things that you would do if you woke up sober, you know, like you wouldn't have the same motivation to go like on a blooming nature walk in the morning or, you know, do your meal preps and stuff like that. You wouldn't be as patient with your kids. You know, you wouldn't want to sort of like smash the goals in the same way. You'd be running on 50%.
It's just to justify the reason they're drinking.
Yeah.
Really, innit? I don't get hangovers. You're just trying to justify to yourself that you probably know it's wrong, but not wrong. But
another thing is, though, if they're saying they don't get hangovers, it just shows how unhealthy they are.
Yeah.
Because they used to just top you up.
Used to feel like shite, innit?
Yeah, definitely.
It's
if
like
you've
my mate
never
James,
felt
he
good,
said, I'll never get an hangover. I think because you're not doing anything proper anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you're living off kebabs.
Yeah.
You're obviously not going to feel great ever. I think you only really understand the side effects from things when you really feel 10-10.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. And then the people who are the healthiest, they don't do them habits that much anymore because they're addicted to feeling good.
Yeah. I just pull away from people that say, like, you're boring because you don't drink. So,
Why'd you look at me?
Well, because for a few years, that's what you were like. Yeah. Like, we'd go out for a meal and have a couple of drinks, and that'd be me done.
No, because I was not used to it, because obviously she would have a couple of drinks, I would have a couple, start getting in the mix, because I can feel the drink instantly. And then she's like, oh, that's it, me done. I thought, what?
And you just
I would have just rather left it completely.
Yeah.
I would rather leave it 100%. I don't want to put poison in my body for one drink. You know, I'd rather feel the effects
for me because I actually like the taste, but I don't like feeling drunk. Whereas you don't like the taste, but you like feeling drunk.
So we'll both agree. We'll leave it all together then.
So, you know, that's like a difficult blend.
Let's stick to the water.
But I actually don't get any judgment at all from like my mates, and they all enjoy your drink.
Actual mates, aren't
yeah. I mean, I went round to my friend's house, and there was like a bottle of prosecco for them to enjoy, and they were on the prosecco. And I was driving, and it wasn't like anyone was making me feel awkward. I just took some of those non-alcoholic cans of gin and tonic.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple of them, and I felt great because I knew I had to wake up. I think we had the gym event the next morning. So for me, I was definitely going to keep a clear head.
Yeah,
I didn't want to go
100%.
to bed
That
after
gym event
having.
was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really
Just
good.
flowed really nice. I think it's the big. I didn't even like mention this big win, but the biggest win actually for me is the team. Building a solid team with, people who actually genuinely care, just honest people and supportive like yourselves and Dave as well.
Yeah.
That's the biggest achievement because without the team, nothing else really flows right. I could be doing it on my own and stuff, but it's not going to flow the same way.
No.
And it's then it can look after the clients, but what about everything else? So it takes a team really to move you forward. That's the biggest link what anyone needs who's watching this. If they want to be successful, you need to have people around you who support you and people around you who want to make you grow.
So
Yeah.
I'd say going back to what is one of your biggest wins this year, that would be growing the team then, wouldn't it?
That's what I mean, yeah. That's what I missed that at the start, but I just remembered it then. But yeah, one of the biggest things really is the main thing is growing the team because without that, I wouldn't have smashed the live events. I wouldn't have done this. We wouldn't have got the record months.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have got all the clients.
The
what we've got.
experiences wouldn't have been the same.
And also another thing is, the team as well. Like yourself, you've kept me on the straight and narrow a lot of times as well. Since obviously being with you, you've kept me up and got me back on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
And even you as well, to be fair. We all supported each other, didn't we, when we was in Dubai?
Yeah.
Because I love, having a drink on holiday when I'm at like a beach
but it wasn't
club or-
holiday.
No, but it's still in the
The
summer.
environment, isn't it?
Yeah, but every time I go abroad and I'm playing, like I've always enjoyed. I've probably upbringing as well. When I used to go away with my mum and dad,
definitely.
often, like they're drinking from morning till night, so
Yeah.
it's like
That's your normal.
it's doing that paradigm in it. Because I remember once I was with an ex-girlfriend who's obviously Dutch, and then she's like, "Why do you always drink when you go away? Like, why do British people always drink when they go away?" And I thought that's normal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I said, "What do you do if you don't drink when you go away?" I just like to eat different foods and stuff and see the culture and everything. I thought that's weird that. But then obviously now I realise, I was the weird
You were
one. I
younger
was the
then
weird.
as well, weren't you?
Yeah,
So
but I was the weird one because it's just obviously anything's weird if it's not like you in it. But
yeah.
it's like
Cultural difference, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. It's like cultural difference, but also standard difference. Like just because you're British, you don't mean you need to drink if you go away every single morning till night. Because we don't do that now. So I hope I'm still British. I might be half Indian.
Well, you look like you are.
Yeah.
Darker than me.
So we'll flip it a bit, and obviously, I was going to basically ask about just normal stuff, rather than health and fitness, like music. What sort of music do you like?
I love anything but rock music. I've never
I'm
been a
the
rock
same.
chick.
Can't stand it.
Oh, hang on, I'm going to contradict myself. When I was younger, I was massively into Prince, like old school Prince. It was before my time, believe it or not, but I really obsessed.
I was waiting for him to say it.
I obsessed with, I got obsessed with Prince. That's the only sort of rock. But yeah, I'm a dance music girl, so deep house
Madonna.
always puts me in a really good mood. Just all genres of dance music really.
Yeah.
But I like soul and R&B as well. Depends on my mood. But in the gym, obviously, it's got to be some house. In the car, more chilled vibes.
I'm the same as you.
Yeah.
I don't like rock or heavy metal.
Yeah.
So because my dad was a big loved heavy metal and rock.
Yeah.
So
Really?
was Mackenzie's dad. So when we did
Is that Mackenzie's dad?
yeah, he's a proper heavy rocker. So on the wedding we had an app basically where you built the playlist that the DJ would go off, and we put at the bottom, "Don't accept requests off dad of the groom and dad of the bride." That was the only thing. Because I thought I'm not having dancing at a wedding then some proper heavy metal.
No.
I can't have that.
No.
So I'm the same. But it was funny what we said in the gym yesterday. You usually have dancey songs on, but they had some like old school songs on yesterday. It was well good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 80s.
Yeah, it was
So
actually.
You're an 80s like.
I had the microphone
throwback.
in the gym, mate. I had the microphone.
I bet you had your hair dryer. I bet you had bouffant in your hair.
Well, I didn't have the hairdryer, I just had the leather jacket on.
Sleeveless.
Yeah.
With tassels. Yeah. I've seen that
What about
one.
you?
Just as at the same, really. But obviously, it depends what your class is rock. Heavy metal, with a screaming like... I'm not really into that
Screeching
stuff.
guitars.
Yeah, I'm not really into that stuff, but I like Nevada, some of their
Yeah.
songs, and like...
That's more indie rock, isn't it? I like
yeah,
that.
I like that stuff for Kings of Leon.
Yeah.
You know, people might say that's a little bit rocky.
Yeah.
So I do actually like rock. And
Soft
Nickelback as well. They're good.
Nickelback.
Is it Nickelback? Yeah. So I like them. Just like all kinds, it depends. Like say, it depends what mood you're in as
Yeah,
well.
it's mood, isn't it?
And like different songs make you feel a different way.
Yeah, I really used to be into indie music back in the day as well. Yeah, it's nice to have a bit of everything, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I like listening to other people's playlists because I tend to sort of play the same
music.
on repeat, and it gets a bit boring. So yeah. Next question.
What would you say the biggest lesson, what you've learnt recently, which has helped move you forward, or maybe you've transitioned onto your clients? Well, last time first because we used
Biggest lesson.
What's the biggest lesson you've learned? It might be from a podcast, it might be something what I've said, Nyla said, someone around you said. What's changed your perspective on a certain thing which has helped you move forward?
Oh, probably there's a quote by Chris Eubanks Sr. about nature doesn't allow you to fail if you take risks.
Yeah.
Which I think's like mega.
Yeah.
And that was a big one for me because obviously the job I was in before I started coaching was comfortable, been there for a long period of time, good salary, had like a car, like it was just well comfy. But you've got to take a risk.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it's good. Obviously, it's a
like-
longer one, isn't it? You've like shortened it
That's
down.
like the basically like the opening line to
Yeah.
it. So that's a big one.
How
I
would
was
you-
going to say exactly the same thing. Like, it's not been easy, but I've had to try and change my paradigm, which has been money doesn't grow on trees. You know, have like money for a rainy day, save more than you spend. Yes, all those things are sensible, and I will still have like a savings account and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to spend beyond my means and leave myself in a
Stressful situation.
irresponsible risk state. But I am prepared now to let go of money and sort of take a risk with more investing into things, you know, rather than like, oh, should I, shouldn't I? I mean, even like when I bought my car, it was painful for a minute seeing that. No, it was more painful the thought before I got the car of releasing the money from my account. But actually, when I did the transaction in the showroom, at that moment, it felt bloody brilliant.
Like relief.
Do you know what I mean?
Kind of thing.
Yeah, because I knew what I was getting, the experience of driving that car
Yeah.
outweighed just the number that was in
Yeah.
my bank account,
Yeah.
which was not doing anything.
That's
Nothing,
it.
Do you know what I mean? So that felt really good. So yeah, it's just, I'm still not 100% there yet.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm getting better all the time, like every day. I'm just retraining my brain to remember that, you know, money is just, it's just a vehicle for doing things.
Yeah.
You know, to me, and it doesn't keep you really safe. It can be taken from you at any
Oh, yeah.
time. So you've really got to enjoy life and
Yeah.
just, you know, invest and know that the money you spend will earn you money back. It's like
You
what
said
you
something
said.
well good the other day that when you speak to someone who says they're saving, you speak to them in 5 years' time, they'll still be saving.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, that's true that.
Yeah.
People are like, no, I need to save up. You never speak to them, oh yeah, well, I've saved all this now and I've done
Yeah,
this.
no,
You're still
yeah.
saving, and then you speak to them in 5
Yeah.
years.
It's one of them. It's like when you said that paradigm thing about, you know, saving for a rainy day, like what you're attracting a rainy day or something. Like, why do you need to
Yeah.
save for a rainy day?
Yeah.
I'm not saving for a rainy day. I'll just save whatever I've got in the bank account
Yeah.
because you don't want it to happen, do you? So, but obviously, I think with the money, it's good to obviously save for things like, you know, a tax bill or something because you
Yeah.
100% know that's coming. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That's like you can't really dodge that. But something like a rainy day and stuff, I think, you know,
You're-
not into all that stuff, mate.
You're waiting for something bad to happen. That
Yeah,
way.
you are, aren't you? It's like I'm just gonna go and get a bumped head letter from school because I'm gonna bump my head tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, you're already doing it, aren't
What would you say your biggest one is?
you? The biggest lesson what I've learned, which probably the imagination one with Einstein. So I watched Steve Harvey a few times. This was before the last live event. And not the last live event, the biggest one, what we've done.
Yep.
And it was just your imagination's a preview of life's coming attractions, which I thought was good because it is, you know. But I think, yeah, you can think like that and you think what you imagine comes true. But really, then it's about overcoming the comfort zone thing where you need to do certain steps in place to get out your comfort zone to move you forward. Otherwise, you can have the best I know some people with the biggest imagination I've ever like spoke about. They don't do anything ever. They just stay with their own like life.
They're just daydreaming.
Just daydreaming. So then obviously that's great that you can imagine stuff, but it's putting into practice of action and obviously the steps in place to just give you reassurance when you've got disbelief and you're going through like, can I do this? You need to have reassurance or things to fall back on. Like that book, How to Think and Grow Rich, I lean back onto that because it gives me reassurance. It's not like a magic trick. Like probably 100 million people's read, they've sold how many copies of it? Yes. Who's actually benefited from it? Probably not that many. Like all the coaches who I've spoke to, they said they read that book. They're not getting the same impact as me. What's the reason that is?
It really resonated with you though. Yeah. You know, sometimes it'll take, people just connect with different things. Yeah. And we were chatting to a client who says she read that book and it just didn't really do anything for her. And then we've like spoken to another client who's really struggling with her mindset and her self-esteem. Is actually really doing better now since she's been with us. But I was really surprised that she's done the whole Bob Proctor training.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I didn't even think you were into mindset. You know, to me, she's never mentioned anything once about positive mindset and like, you know, what you think you become. And, you know, if you could think it, you can have it in your hands and all this sort of thing, you know, like not once. So I was really surprised at that, but it's just that book really connected with you.
Just because it's like, you know, going back to the Christian thing, if you read the Bible, it's who believes in it, really. It's not about who reads the Bible. It's not like who reads The Secret. It's like, it's if you actually connect with it, like you're saying, you have to treat it like the Bible and do it every single day, the actions.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you trick your mind into positivity.
Yeah.
You can't just read. Everyone like watches a motivational video and thinks, "I'm shooting out of bed today. I'm going to smash it." They'll be back in the same state the next day because they're just obviously led by their own distractions.
If you're training your brain, you're doing things on repeat, aren't you?
Yeah.
Until it becomes embedded in there, and that's the same as any healthy habits to become a lifestyle. So you have to do the same thing when it comes to like reframing your beliefs. You have to read the same thing every day and put the effort in every day. And like you say, when you're having the low moments, it's referring back to the source and redoing it again, reminding yourself.
That's it. I think most people who say they do the mindset stuff, though, they're not really into it.
No.
The other thing is they don't actually believe what they're saying. I think they go, I'm going to be a millionaire. But they're saying it because they think by putting it out there, they'll attract it. But if you don't believe it, you've got no chance.
But you need to put action into achieving goals as well.
100%. You can have a vision board, you know, as detailed or as attractive looking as you like. It can be beautiful, but if you're not working daily towards those goals, even with small steps, it's just a dream.
Yeah.
You need to put like a time frame on everything, you know, and give it a sense of urgency, don't you?
I think it's like, going back to like the book and stuff though, I think it's being involved with someone who, if they believe in it that much and you've seen the transition and you believe in it, it's like going back to The Secret. When I first read that when I was 18, it was only because of Carl, because it fully changed his life around. He really, like, I remember him coming around to my house, to my dad. He said, I'm going to be a millionaire next year, and he didn't even have any stutters or anything, and thought, he is 100%, and my dad was smiling like, oh, he is going to be a millionaire next year. It's because obviously he was like flying with a business and stuff like that. But because he believed in the book that much, every single employee he had, he bought him a book and give it him on the first day. You know, and that's obviously
nice move. That's why you bought us all the books.
Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, that's the brainwash is all because
Yeah.
you know, if you need to believe in everything, because then that's how you move forward. Because it's all facts. It's not even made up or anything. But I didn't really resonate much with that book when I read it myself. I did a little bit, but not that much because it had a lot of make believes in it didn't have the action in there. What I remember, I've not read it for 11 years now, but I read like something in there saying, oh yeah, because it has stories in there about people done it. And it was these couple, they manifested £1 million going through the letterbox, and I think, what are you even on about? Like, that's never ever going to happen.
No.
Like, it's never happened unless you've put the lottery ticket on and you've happily won it. But, you know, it just didn't connect with me, because I thought there needs to be something like much more believable than this. But the biggest thing what I have learned is you manifest something, you know, you imagine you're having it. So that might be like, say, a certain car. You might go and test drive the car, feel the wheel, drive it about, you know, that you can visualise being in that car then. So that's the first step of the manifestation, obviously doing the action. But then your imagination comes, and you might be driving, you know, whatever car you've got. It might not be good as the car what you want. You're driving that car every day, but you're visualising driving the new car. So that's triggered your mind every day. And then that triggers the action, and that triggers your actions in life. So, like, you know, the steps what you take, like, you know, earning the money to get the car, or I'm going to save this money this week because I'm investing in the car. So everything's based around what you actually want then. Yeah. So that's really what happens.
That exact process happened with me.
And I can see you smiling.
Because when you told me to get the car that I've got, I was like, yeah, it'd be good that, wouldn't it? But I didn't believe that I would ever be in a position to be able to get the car. So I was like agreeing, but I was like more like sort of 50-50. And then the more I thought about it, the more I kind of felt like, why not? Why can't I have that? And then you started talking about my paradigm and about, you know, this issue that I've got with holding on to money. So then I started to sort of like reflect on how my brain was working around this whole situation. So then I booked a test drive. And I got a picture in the showroom, and I kind of put my hand on the car to connect with it like it was like my baby, do you know what I mean? Anyway, I posted it on Instagram, and someone at work said, oh, have you got a new car? And I felt such a fraud, like a wannabe. So I went, no. And then I went, in November, like that. And she went, oh, you're getting it in November.
And she got it in November.
And I got it in November.
But didn't you write that on your goal card?
But I wrote it on my goal card, but I spoke it into existence because I've put it out there. I better get that car now, or else I'm going to look a right idiot.
I've seen something about that. Like, I think it was one of the other coaches on the mentors thing. They said, a way what I achieve goals faster is I'll write a status on Instagram, I'll put it on my story, or I'll put a post, and then I can't go against it because I put it.
That's one of the reasons why I'm going to put about I'll be a pro in this years, because when it's out there, then I don't want to look like a dick now. So.
Nah, that's it, yeah.
And I said that I was going to do my first bodybuilding show next year, so I've got to do it, haven't 100%. I? But I feel like that attitude, you know, that is quite common for people to say, oh, you know, you don't have to sort of, what is it, that motto about grinding but doing it on the quiet, do you know what I mean?
Working in silence.
Working in silence, that kind of thing. Go into grind mode, but no one needs to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, that's all well and good, but how long is it going to take you to achieve that if you're always doing it on the quiet and you don't want to share that information with everyone? If you're just speaking it and putting it out there, then you have to live up to what you've just said. So, yeah, two different mindsets, but we know what works.
Yeah.
What, me and you?
Huh?
Me and you is too different.
No, just in general.
Oh, right.
I was just looking at you then when I was talking.
Good job, it's with me.
So
what was the question then? Because I've asked you questions.
Lost my train of thought.
What was it?
I'll have to rewind, won't we?
Yeah. So it was basically the biggest motivation, was it?
Oh, God.
I actually don't know.
I actually can't remember.
We'll go on to the next thing then. So in terms of overcoming struggles in life, what would be the 3 things what you would tell someone watching now? 3 steps what you put in place to get out the hole.
Right. Well, I feel like we kind of have covered them, to be fair.
Let's cover them again. Let's remind them on repeat, like the Bible.
So for me, it would be, if you're going through like some struggles at the minute, try and look at the positives that you have got going on in your life, because I truly believe in every negative situation, there is a positive that you can draw from that. Every negative thought, you can have a positive thought to replace that. So it is about retraining the way that you respond. So I would say immediately you need to start practicing gratitude. when my life was falling apart, that's when I started to do it. And it made such a difference to my whole day, just sitting with my coffee, getting up earlier in the morning before the kids and everybody else in the house, just sitting with my coffee in the morning and just really thinking about all the greatness that's going on around me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I did that daily, and it got me, like I say, through the toughest times. So that would be the biggest one. Then I would say, let's get clear on what your life goal is. You know, because there's always something then to plan for and look forward to.
Yeah.
So again, when I've been going through really hard times, I've always had a really positive distraction. I know they said you shouldn't distract yourself. When I say they, generally people say you should sit with your feelings, and I do believe that. It's only something that I've learned quite recently this year, because before now I've always distracted myself, but it's got me through. Do you know what I mean? And it has actually worked to a level where, like, I'll go into autopilot. So I'm not suggesting to people, you know, distract yourself from the problems that you've got and don't address them, but have a positive distraction so that when you're feeling very low, you can think of something else.
Yeah.
And it's like a new picture in your brain, and it boosts you and it lifts your mood immediately. So, you know, like, for example, we've got someone in the team who's going through a marriage breakup. She's got a positive distraction. She's got a photo shoot.
Yeah.
You know, and it's making her feel really, really good.
Yeah.
And this is part of her whole new identity that she's going to be developing to start a new life on her own.
Yeah.
So that's really good. And then the third thing, so we've got the gratitude, we've got the positive distractions. Third thing, I would say...
What about reflection?
Yeah, self-reflection. I mean, you know, try things that you've never done before, like what I said. You know, that always makes you feel really good. The personal growth aspect
So going out
of
your
it.
comfort zone.
Yeah, so those three things.
I was just going to use that as one of mine. Like, I always say, try and find, say, 20 minutes in a day that you can just concentrate on you. Say outside of the gym or whatever, that could be like a nature walk, which you could practice gratitude on, or even like an ice bath, something, do something that makes you feel good every day. That's going to make you feel better.
Yeah.
And that's going to help with struggles. Another good one is, if it's like a failure you've gone through, which is what you're struggling, is use the failure as feedback. So rather than looking at it as you failed, right, okay, you failed, but how far away were you? You was quite close, so you've only just missed it.
Yeah.
So use the failure as like feedback. And then the other good one is questioning, basically like auditing yourself, like questioning yourself. So if you've got a struggle, so let's just say someone's struggle is food, why is that your struggle? When does that struggle tend to occur? Does it occur when you're stressed? So say someone's comfort eating, try and ask questions that help you find out why you've got that struggle.
Yeah.
So someone going off plan with the food is, for example, a struggle. Okay, when do you do that? Oh, it's always on a Friday night. Right, okay, what do you do on a Friday? Oh, well, this happens at work and I always leave stressed. Oh, okay, so that's the problem, is then you comfort eating, rather than looking at it as like a whole, you struggle with food, is it like one isolated incident?
So what you're saying is, once you understand your behaviours, you can then change your behaviour for replace that negative outcome with a positive one.
Yeah, that's good. That.
So question your struggle. So rather than just saying you've got a struggle, why? When does it occur? What's causing you to do that? Oh, I always go off planning. You know, on a Friday.
Yeah.
What do you do? Oh, well, I go out after work.
Yeah.
Do you want to go out after work? Not really. We'll just cut that out. There's one.
Change.
So that's
You know, like,
true. It's like
audit yourself.
nothing changes until you change. Yeah.
Question why it's a struggle, rather than just accepting it is a struggle.
Yeah.
Why is it a struggle? When does it occur? Why? What makes you feel that way? That causes it to occur.
The biggest takeaway that for me there was looking at when do you do it and stuff, because everyone does the same things every week.
Yeah.
You know, whether they've one of these people who, I don't like the same food every day. What you're in about, you're rotating the same meals anyway, whether you're on plan or not. Everyone's getting the same food.
Everyone's
takeaways.
chipping on a Monday.
You're not going to get 16 different takeaways. You like your two best, you know, Chinese
from
and
the same
Indian,
place,
nothing else exists.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, that's it's true that. It's mad when you think about it, because all the habits what I've done in the past and stuff, it's like doing them on the same days for the same reasons as well. So it's about understanding them, and then obviously then you can overcome them, can't you? But I think a lot of people are not aware really when they're in the mix with things. It's about being aware really, and then because like some people don't even realise they're going off plan.
No.
Or like eating off plan. Like no, I've ate fully on my food. obviously was cooking the kids' tea. I did have like a few chicken dinosaurs, but I've not been on plan. Or I had a grab the handful. I had
the human dustbin, you mean?
Yeah, so I had a bit of this, a bit of that, but I've been fully on plan.
Yeah.
I've gained 16 £, like I've been fully on plan, swear to you.
Yeah.
Right, we've got a thyroid issue.
Yeah, it's about self-realisation, isn't it? It's like putting a spotlight on somebody's habits, because if they've always done it, they don't know any different, so they've got nothing to compare it to.
That's it. It's like even like, someone who drinks loads in the week, they would be like, I don't really drink that much. It's only in the weekend. But then say, how many do you have? How many times? Like, if you look at it, like, you drink loads. What are you on about?
Yeah.
You drink loads. It's just, you're just used to that as your normal lifestyle. You're losing track of days. You're not really counting how many beers you're having.
Yeah.
It's just like when you weigh it up and it's in front of you, you think, wow. It's like that everyone does them TikTok and Instagram things, don't they, where they put like, this meal's 300 calories and this bunch of shit's 300 calories. When you put it like that, you think, wow, it's mental, the difference.
Yeah.
What was the question again? I've not saying I took my ice baths again.
What would you say to people that have got struggles, like 3 ways they can help with struggles?
Really identifying the life and like, finding out what they do on certain days.
Asking
ice
questions.
baths. It's copy everything what he says. 3 main things what I'll do. So understanding them. It's like you said before, when you get them on a Zoom call, understand the reason why. Get to understand the habits and stuff, and then understand the reason why, because then you can get the solution really. To understand, so swapping it for something positive. Can't say ice baths because he already said that now. We'll stick with the sauna then.
Yeah, that's so.
But I always think the big thing what uplifts me the most, obviously ice baths are good, eating healthy is good, but reminding myself how far I've come, but also just being grateful for things in the day or things what have happened or things to come. I feel like that's the most fulfilling thing for me, really, being grateful more than anything, if I'm on reflection now.
I feel like you can't be grateful for the bigger things if you're not grateful for the small things. Really simple, small things that we take for granted. Everyone takes for granted. Yeah. It's only when they're removed that you think, wow. Do you know what I mean? So just being grateful for all the little things means that you just vibrate so much brighter and higher, and then you'll just appreciate everything that you're attracting. Otherwise, you hear of millionaires that are miserable as sin. Because they've not appreciated all the little things or the things that people do for them and stuff like that. So... You
had some questions on your phone, didn't you? What you wanted to go through. Did you have any questions?
I think I wrote a few down, yeah.
Get them out then. Keep it rolling. We're just having a short interval while they're getting the questions.
No, 12:10.
Yeah, I'll just wrap it up after this. Why are you getting bored of the sound of your voice or what?
We've covered the AI one. We've covered importance of recovery. 5 life pillars. Right, okay. So, we've talked about... I had 2 things that I wanted to chat about.
Yeah.
So one that we've not covered is, like, client reviews, when they, like, say that they don't want to sign up to a plan because it's a lot of money. And then, so basically, I was training with a client yesterday, and I didn't ask her outright how she's been getting on, how she's feeling, but she's got a photo shoot round the corner with us in 2 weeks' time. And this is a lady who came to one of our mindset and motivation events, and she was really fired up. And she really wanted to sign up, and I thought she was a dead cert because she came over to me. I didn't know her from Adam, and she was like, I really connect with you. Everything that you spoke about, it just feels like something, it's like me. It resonates with me. So when she didn't sign up, I was disappointed, not because of the financial gain, just because I thought she'd be a brilliant client.
Therefore.
Anyway, she sat on the fence for ages, for about 6 months, and then she eventually signed up.
She thought the fence was pretty tough, didn't you?
It was a painful fence, that fence, you know.
Spikes on it.
Spiky and, made of wrought iron. So she got off the fence, And she started, obviously, coaching with us. And a few weeks in, we said to her, look, you're making amazing progress. Do the photo shoot. And she was like, oh, no, I'm only going to do this process for X amount of weeks. And the photo shoot's further ahead than after my finish date. And I thought, she's got loads of potential. Let's get her on a Zoom call. And it turns out that she really just had low self-esteem. She didn't think that she would be good enough for the photo shoot. And once I had like a 30-minute chat with her, she was like, oh my God, no one's ever told me what you've told me, that I've got the potential to do this. And outwardly, she seemed like a real confident lady, but on the inside, she was really insecure. 2 weeks out from the shoot now, and me training with her for the first time, like, she's stronger than what she thought. So that was great. Her physique is insane. She's really excited for the photo shoot. She surprised herself. And when we were stretching off afterwards, just a bit of chit-chat, she said, do you know what? I've told all my mates that I'm doing this coaching, because I was out last weekend, and they said, wow, you look incredible. Like, you look so good. And she was like, oh, I'm doing this. And they were like, you are? Why are you spending all that money? And it blew her mind. She was like, they've said to me they've seen a difference in me, and I'm looking amazing. Their words, amazing.
Yeah.
And then they're putting me down, like, why am I spending all that money? She went, Nyla, that money is nothing compared to how I'm feeling.
No.
She said, this is priceless.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I said to her, those same girls, if you'd said to them, oh, it's because I've spent this amount of money on hair extensions, getting my lashes done, my Botox, you know, my filler, or whatever it is, enhancement like that, they'd be like, oh, yeah, nice one, tell me who your practitioner is, you know what I mean? Because you don't have to work for it. It's instant, and it's quite lazy to be, well,
very lazy.
Certain things.
Let's
like
not sugarcoat things on this podcast.
If your hair ain't gonna grow, it ain't gonna grow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because you actually have to work for
Film
your
it to look
results,
like.
it frightens people. Do you know what I mean? Because they think, oh no, I'm not going to spend my money on that. It's not an instant result. So that was actually really nice gratification.
Nice.
It just made me feel incredible that it's changed her life so much, because it goes beyond just the aesthetic.
Oh, yeah.
She's actually feeling more confident in herself. And it's confidence, you know, is a word that I use in almost every sentence, because when you do feel it, you can do anything in life.
She's feeling how she deserves to feel.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You know, she's got a nice family, a good partner, like he's top and everything. Nice kids, you know, they got everything good going for them.
Yeah.
But you can have everything good going for you, but if you're not good, you know, internally.
In your mindset.
Yeah, in your mindset, then obviously, really, it's not that fulfilling. Like you said about the rich people on, you know, the yacht or whatever, you know, you could be the richest person, but if you've got if you feel low, you're not really enjoying anything to the 100%. And you always say, if you go on holiday, for example, and you're a bit self-conscious, you're always covering up and putting the towel around your waist. I've seen loads of girls do that.
Yeah.
It's like that message I got, I'm obviously not going to say his name, but the one I showed you, where he was like, I've got on paper, like, perfect, but like, I've got every reason to be happy, but in his self wasn't. He's like gone through obviously this journey, he's in the best shape he's ever been in, his mindset's completely different, and it's like you can't put a price on that. It's literally, it's amazing, isn't it?
Work on the stuff that people can't take away from you. And they actually can't take that away from you, or your spirit. Do you know what I mean?
I think you've just finished it there. Pointless carrying on now, isn't it?
That's it.
Right, so that
was
is
amazing.
the podcast. We ended with Nyla the Wise.
You're not going to get anything better than that, yeah?
Nah.